Elliott is fire.
Beats Planet.
Wait a minute. Testing. All right. Should I go do this? Should I Yeah. Hey, give me like 45 more seconds. Hold. ain't done this in so long. I almost forgot that this was a thing that we do when we win football games. Hold on, let me get my headphones. Let me just grab this real quick, you know what I'm saying? Make sure my headphones straight, you know what I mean? Let me just pull up at the microphone there. Check, check, check. Let me do this one time. Because, look, I forgot to even do this because we don't do it anymore around here. You know what I'm saying? Got some, you know what I mean? We don't even do this very much. So I forgot to, hold on. Let me make sure everybody's tuned in. Let me make sure the chat is straight. Let me make sure all my concurrent people, you know what I'm saying, good to, you know what I mean, good to go with the, you know what I mean. Then we're going to pull this up right here. Let me just. It's been so long, man. It's been so long. Been way too long. One time for you right there. Then we're going to hit you one time right there. You know, ladies and gentlemen, you know, we could feel a certain way here tonight, you know? We could feel a certain way here tonight, you know? Regardless of what happens, we all are in this for the greater good of the Dallas Cowboys. You understand what I'm saying? It's all about the greater good of this thing. Regardless of what team you belong to, regardless of what faction it is that you subscribe to, it's all about the greater good. You know what I'm saying? Just you know? Whatever your political affiliation, whether it be right brick on my brick or win by any means necessary, no matter what your affiliation is, the greater good of the Dallas Cowboys is always priority. So regardless of the result that we get, ladies and gentlemen, we should all indeed be proud. We should all indeed feel good vibes that we, yes, that we get a Cowboy W. You understand? You understand? We should. Even though Tony Pollard single-handedly, it was some help on defense as well, but single-handedly on offense has called the feds and has called the authorities to raid the trap house, so where right brick on my brick doesn't even exist anymore. Tony Pollard. See, Tony ought to be ashamed of himself. He ought to be ashamed of himself for all this snitching that he doing, see? For all this tattletelling, all this snitching and telling that he doing. We was trying to pull the little right brick on my brick off. Let me make sure my audio good to go. We was trying to pull off the little right brick on my brick. We was packing them all up. We had them all in the house, but just like G Money at the Carter, brother Tony sold us out. He sold us out. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, we learned something today. We learned a lot today, and we're gonna talk about it. Let me just hit it one time while I take a sip of the, you know what I mean? We learned plenty about our football team today. You understand? Let me make sure my sound. Let me hit this button one more time, just to make sure. Just to make sure everything. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, we learned something. Oh, we sound good. We good to go. We good to go. So, listen, my whole vibes on this thing, right? Tankathon may or may not be over. God damn it, it's over this week. Hey. It may not be over, but it's over this week, you know. There could be some happenings that'll happen over the next few weeks that we'll talk about. The Washington football team kind of got a little a little tiebreaker on us, you know what I'm saying? That little old mess they got going on. We're gonna see what Philly do today. I think we still in the playoff run. We ain't mathematically eliminated yet, even though I don't think this is a mathematical type situation. I just think it's just kind of a it is what it is type of deal. But we got to be happy with a W, man. We got to be happy with a W. And like I said, regardless of whatever facts you lie on, there's a handful of things that we all can take away from this game. So let me just hit a button one more time. Regardless of what happens, I think the next few games is going to be a big game in terms of evaluation for us. And like I said, if y'all want to call into the show, the phone line is open right now. Come on in and get your spot. That's the difference between being online for 30 minutes or being on the line for like 2 hours. This is a big difference. Y'all let me know. 515-606-5187. Yes, access code 309104. We would love to hear from you. It's in the chat box there. I got it pinned up top. It's on the screen. You heard me say it. You can hit rewind, click it back, play it again. All right. So let's talk. Let's talk about what we saw today. And how about this? Y'all want to do it top to bottom, or y'all want to start bottom to top, from quarterback to strong safety, or from strong safety to quarterback? What order y'all want to go? Because we can do this both ways. And it really depends on who y'all want to talk about first. So y'all let me know. Y'all let me know in which the order we get this thing boogieing. I'm just gonna hit this button. I'm supposed to have Tankathon pulled up. I apologize. Let me go pull up Tankathon and see where we at. Let me go pull up Tankathon so we can see where we at. Boom, boom, boom. We have some super chats too. Let me not forget those. Paul Bracamonte, he said, screw the draft, beat the Eagles, war call, question mark, war call, period. Bam. That was a declarative sentence, sir. There was nothing interrogative about that. All right, let me go window capture here. No, yes, window cap. There we go. All right, so we at 7 now. That ain't that far away. That's not that far away, ladies and gentlemen. You never know what's going to happen between this week and week 17. I don't know. We'll see. We'll get there. We'll cross that road whenever we get there. Let me tighten this up a little bit. Alt button move. Yeah. We got it. All right, there we go. All right, let me see what the chat box talking about, y'all. So we talk about which one y'all want to hit first. Which y'all want to go top to bottom or bottom to top? What's y'all preference? Let's see. Strong safety to quarterback, bottom to top. Down top, cool. So we're going to start with strong safety there. We're going to start with strong safety. Hey, yo, fam. Donovan Wilson look nice. Hey. Now, let me be fair. And Jeff, don't smack me. But we kind of did this against Nick Mullins. Okay? We did this against Nick Mullins, so let's not get carried away here. But Donovan Wilson has shown you flashes of what he is and what he is not. I think regardless, and let me be careful when I say that, though, but I think regardless of whatever we saw from the 49ers quarterback today, I think we saw what there is to see about Donovan Wilson. I think if he's a situational good cover dude. But he's a thumper moving forward. We can't forget that. So, do I want him being super free safety from middle of the field to sideline? No. Do I want to see him in man coverage with anybody? Like, just see him running around with individual people? I don't want to see that necessarily neither. If he's sitting in a zone, and he's reading the eyes of the quarterback, and he sees everything in front of him, Donovan Wilson has some really good football instincts. Not IQ, because it's different, but football instincts. He deserved one on one. Sorry. If Donovan Wilson is tasked to come down, play the run, and hit people, I feel really good about Donovan Wilson being that guy. Plus, as impressive as Donovan Wilson looked today, he did it from the safety spot that he's not well equipped to play at. Donovan Wilson is a strong safety straight up and down. Bruno Mars verse, straight up and down. He's a strong safety through and through, but he's doing these things from the free spot because we don't have no choice. Xavier Woods is taking up space at strong safety. Yes, Xavier Woods is currently holding that spot. Now, will Xavier Woods be here next year? No. Or at least he really shouldn't be. Okay? At least he shouldn't be here next year. If we were to draft a free safety, then I fully see us moving Donovan Wilson into a place where he can take advantage of his opportunities, and that would be strong safety for him. So do we have problems at free? Indubitably. But not when Donovan's there. Can't wait till we put Donovan where he belongs, at strong safety. You understand? That being said, Xavier Woods is a problem. We gonna move. We just gonna move on from Xavier Woods. We ain't got to bash on Xavier Woods. Jordan Lewis, ladies and gentlemen. Hey. Jordan Lewis, man. Solid game, and you know I don't want to make it seem like he had this. I'm going to the Pro Bowl last game, anything like that. But Jordan Lewis was. And you know what? I still want to be careful when I say things like this. I want to be careful. I want to really wait until the film comes out before I really go into super proclamation mode or whatnot, because sometimes we can put a player in a certain place because what we're accustomed to is terrible. You know what I mean? Because the 49ers still scored 24 points? 24 points today? They still scored 24 points. And we got to figure out where that happened at. But that's when we go watch the film and we'll cross those little lines out. But from what we seen from the broadcast view, just straight up and down, Jordan Lewis looked good enough to possibly, remain in the conversation, right? So this is what I said on my halftime show. If we were in a situation where we had to bring back Jordan or Cheeto for cheap, who will we bring back? I think that's a fair question. Because if we can bring back either of those guys for cheap, it puts a dent in we have to get a cornerback vibe. You know what I mean? Because going into the draft or whatever, we're going to be looking at, oh, Lordy, we need 3 corners. You know what I mean? Like that's how it's going to be looking if we go into it that way. You see what I'm saying? But if we were to, like, Diggs would be back, Brown would be back. If we were to keep Cheeto or to keep Jordan Lewis, then that'll just be one less thing that we have to super obsess about. You see what I'm saying? We'll still draft a corner, but those corners would live in a world where if I'm not ready, I know Cheeto is cool. If I'm not ready, I know Jordan Lewis is there. And we could just kind of boogie on that. I always say that when you're trying to win a Super Bowl, you need as many able-bodied people as you can. You know what I mean? I don't want to get rid of people just for the sake of saying, okay, y'all, time has run out. It's time to get you up out of here. If I can get Trevon Diggs, Jordan Lewis, Anthony Brown, and like Caleb Farley or something, he's not a rookie, but he's not a rookie yet, but he's about to be drafted from Virginia Tech. If I get those 4 guys and let them battle it out, and Anthony Brown just ends up on the bench because he lost, that's fine. Or Jordan Lewis is there, but he ends up on the bench because Farley is better, that's fine. Because at the end of the day, at least we go, okay, whoever the corner we end up drafting, I'm just saying that for example, whoever we end up drafting is, at least we can go, oh, he playing better than Cheeto. So that's good that he's playing better. Cheeto's on the bench, but we got a guy playing better than what Cheeto could play. You see what I'm saying? It's just not putting you in a hole in terms of team building when it comes to like DB stuff. But Jordan and Cheeto played a pretty solid game. Let me just hit the button one time on that. And I've always been of the mindset that our corners ain't bad. Like, we could be better at corner. I don't mind improving at corner. And the numbers don't look good, but we don't stop the run. And we don't always generate pass rush. We don't always generate pass rush partly because we can't stop the run. But you saw in situations today, if we get a little bit of pass rush, our corners don't look that terrible. You see what I'm saying? Brandon Ayuk and the Bourne kid, they can do their little short pass yak thing. They can do that to death. I don't mind them doing that. They can, let that happen. But in terms of like getting our ass whooped from the wide receiver position, I didn't really see it like that. They can run the football. And we got to be better at stopping the run or whatnot and all that good stuff. But I don't really see us getting whooped at cornerback like that. So that's another little bright spot that we just gonna have to dig on whenever we start digging. Van Der Esch missed a few tackles, man. We got to talk about it. Jalen Smith kind of, D-Law was nice though. Every time y'all think about quitting on D-Law, bro, he just come in and just smokes it. Let me just one more time. I think one day D-Law gonna get his respect. I think we should consider Alden Smith to bring back on this team. Righteously though, like we gotta have a righteous idea about Alden Smith and who Alden Smith really is, because when we was watching Alden Smith, Granny Hips is hilarious. When we was watching Alden Smith, he got most of his sacks in that Seahawks game. We just got to be fair on that. Seahawks ain't got a good offensive line. Alden Smith got like three sacks on them by himself, and that caused for there to be a little hype about the Alden Smith thing. So when we bring Alden Smith back next year, assuming that we do, I want us to keep in mind that Alden Smith is a complimentary player that made big plays versus Seahawks. I don't want us to run around thinking Alden Smith is elite or anything like that. You see what I'm saying? But Alden Smith did have a solid game today, so I want to give him a button on that. Let's be fair. I want to give him a button on that, but we do have to be aware of who Alden Smith really is. I know, we can get caught up in the hype and things of that nature, but I hate seeing Dorrance Armstrong on the field and Randy on the sideline. We gonna have to talk about that and figure some things out. I don't know the exact snaps. I'm gonna look it up when I get into my film mode. I'm gonna look up the game logs and all that, the stats, and see who played the most reps. But every time I look on the field and I see Dorrance Armstrong out there and Randy on the sideline chilling, like my neck start to hurt a little bit. I don't know if the one thing I'm grateful for is you know what? Let's get the sound drop ready for this. Watch this. We had like 4 turnovers today, something like that. Yeah. Right? 4 turnovers. Yeah, 4. Studio audience, 4 turnovers. Sure. Why we can't get them with Dak Prescott playing quarterback? You know what I'm talking about? Wait a minute. I don't want to get an attitude. You know what I'm saying? But Donovan got an interception, almost got 2. Brown get 1. We got a fumble from D-Law. The kicking game fumble. Like, where was all this film? What? Another cut. Where was all that? I don't know, man. I feel like Noah Brown played a lot. I feel like Coop was on the field. CeeDee Lamb had a drop, but he had a pretty good showing today. I ain't gonna hate him too bad on that. It all depends on whether it's 4 or 14, y'all. If it's 4 is one thing, if it's 14 is another. We ain't gonna go there too bad. I don't recall anything from a tight end. Shouts out to Kellen Moore, though. Blake Bell went in motion, got behind the center, did some good old Oklahoma belldozer. Let's hit the button on that. All right, Blake Bell getting involved there. Kellen Moore, shouts out to you. That was a cool little wrinkle there. Only because we just saw that same exact play by Alabama the night before. So for Kellen to see Alabama run a play and then immediately put it into the practice of let's put it into the game or whatever. I just thought that was brilliant from Kellen Moore. Voch, how about feeding 85 Noah Brown? What about Amari and CD? What is Andy doing? You goddamn right, what is Andy doing, boy? Shit. Wide receivers. Okay. Offensive line. Joe Looney made me sick, but I mean, I think, the offensive line full of, backup offensive linemen, it was what it was. I ain't really got much to say about it. It is what it is there. I want to see, is Tyler hurt? Is Tyler healthy yet? Is Tyler healthy? We need Tyler healthy. It did seem like Andy was really hell bent on getting the ball to Noah Brown. I don't know. Maybe he feels comfortable with Noah Brown. I don't know, but let's move on though. Let's move on and talk about these running backs. Let's talk about these running backs, man. If y'all want to call into the show, the number is 515-606-5187. Access code 309-104. It's pinned at the top of the chat box. It's on the screen. It's in the description. So, I did a pregame show. Voch normally doesn't do pregame shows. I be chilling. Phone ringing. I normally don't do pregame shows, but I had a weird, peculiar feeling in my stomach today. My hotline blinged. I picked it up. I looked at it. It read a sentence, and I vividly read it. It said, Ezekiel Elliott is inactive. Tony Pollard to start. I was immediately overcome with this notion of ambiguity, I would say. It's a very ambiguous situation. We didn't know what was going to be the haps going into this. You know what I'm saying? What's the haps on the craps? We didn't know. We shoot dice in the bathroom. We didn't know what it was going to be like. We didn't know if it was going to be like a super committee. We didn't know if Tony was, we didn't know what the snap counts was going to be like. We just didn't have any answers, right? But it overcame me with the idea of, what if Tony looked way better than Zeke? This was pregame. Y'all can go watch the pregame show. It's up there. It's up there. I was like, what if Tony performed way better than Zeke? But not in a way that, what exact number I said? Not like, Zeke last game, he had like 50 some yards. So if Tony had like 70, I wouldn't consider that being better than Zeke. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, if Tony get like 100-something rushing yards and like 40 receiving yards, what are the vibes? Tony got 12 attempts, 69 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, 9 targets, 6 receptions, 63 yards. That's a performance. That is 100 and I can't count. 52 total yards? Tony Pollard got 152 total yards and 2 touchdowns. What now? Because in my mind, I was like, if Tony not only goes out, but looks impressive, but looks super impressive, what do we do about this Elliott thing? Now, I don't think Zeke is a guy that you just let walk or whatever. I think Zeke brings value to this team, and I think Zeke is really good when 4 is playing. Zeke hadn't really looked good while 14 is playing. The one thing that makes this thing weird is Tony looked really good while 14 was playing. You know how you listen to soul music and they on the best part of the song and you go, Damn, I wish they sing that part one more time, and then they say, "Let me sing it one more time," and then they sing it one more time like Zeke looks good with 4. He does not look good with 14. Tony looked pretty damn good with 14. So we have to ask ourselves, what's the vibes here? Luke Holzman said Tony Pollard wasn't impressive. Shit. And it's interesting because the very next comment says Tony was not super impressive. I'll take that. Right? Because think about this. Think about this, right? I agree. Tony wasn't super impressive. Tony looked better than Zeke. He wasn't super impressive. He was impressive. Better than Zeke is what I'm saying. I'm not saying Tony's better than Zeke, but he looked like it, right? Here's another thing too. Something else that we're not taking into account, right? And it's kind of like the same argument that we run into with quarterbacks. We look at Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson can have a game where he rush for 150 yards, but he only throw for 150 yards. But he rushed for 150 with 3 rushing touchdowns. But somebody in the universe gonna say Lamar Jackson only had a bad game because he passed for 150 yards, totally ignoring the 150 that he ran for. You can look at Tony and say, Tony didn't look impressive running the football. Oh, well, Voch, I got a couple for your ass. I got a couple retorts for your ass. Oh, Voch, what was that? What was that comment I said? What was that comment? Wait, where is it at? Where is it at? Spicy one. He said he had 40 yards on one play. Before that, he had 29 yards rushing. He had 60 in the air. You see? So if Tony gets 60 in the air, then he has enough burst and getaway speed to get 40 on one play. We should just pretend like that shit don't count. We should just pretend like that doesn't factor into what makes a running back good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you remember Joseph Randle, right? Joseph Randle's role made him good. And his role was, okay, Joseph Randle, DeMarco gonna start. But Joseph Randle, you gonna get 12 carries, make the best, and we gonna throw the ball to you some. Make the best of it. And Joseph Randle will come out there every single game and he'll have a 50-yard run. Every time. Should we just take that shit away from Joseph Randle because it happened on one play? Is football only judged play by play now? Get over yourself. Get over yourself. I'm a Zeke fan. Tony, my cousin. I'm a Zeke fan, though. I ain't going to tell you nothing that's wrong. Zeke had a 40-yard. Tony had a 40-yard run. Where are Zeke's 40-yard runs? What are you at? Let's not just look for examples to push Tony. Tony had an impressive game. Impressive ass game. 160 total yards and 2 touchdowns, and that ain't shit to you, please. Please. Oh, please. Get out of here. So in my mind, right, whenever 4 comes back, let's keep Tony involved, right? Tony ain't got to be RB1, but let's keep Tony involved. It seems like, and I said this on my halftime show as well. After this, we're going to get into the phone calls, numbers on the screen, numbers in the chat box. I said this on my halftime show as well. Sometimes I think Zeke being the number 1 guy handicaps the offense, right? Because if Zeke's on the field and we feel like we need to get the ball to the running back in a passing capacity, then we'll just throw the ball to Zeke because Zeke is the guy. And we just feel like we just need to get the ball to Zeke, even though Zeke's not efficient pass game guy. As soon as Tony got in the game, he lined up at the X. He lined up at the split. He was right outside. The very next play, he went in motion, ran a wheel route. The play after that, caught a bubble. Play after that, you see what I'm saying? It's different, fam. It's different, you know. It's different, and you know you can take it how you want and say, well, Tony wasn't impressive. He didn't do anything until he had the 40-yard run. God damn it, he had the 40-yard run. Now didn't he? Didn't he? Y'all better shut up. Let's get set up, Chris, on the phone, man. I ain't playing with y'all boys today. What's up, Chris?
Hey man, I'm hearing you on the line, man. You know, standing on your soapbox, man. For your cousin, man. I'm just trying to.
I need people to quit playing with me, Chris. That's all I need.
Hey, brother. I don't think they're playing with you. I think what ends up happening, we just making bigger storylines than they ought to be.
Sure.
I think Tony has done what you expected him to do. You expected Tony to be more explosive this year than he was last year. You wanted, you and my counterpart. Brandon from our Franklin football wanted Tony to get 15 to 16 touches a daggum game this year, and that's what he got today. He got the full complement today, so it all worked out. But at the end of the day, Zeke has his vibe that he does for the team as well as Tony. So I think it was a good showing. I think with four, they're more impressive. I think they're more explosive, and I think everybody gets into the vibe and flow of the game with four backs.
Right.
But winning the day. First off, I love the sound of the water going to the cup because it's always great. Always sounds good. Make sure you get hydration out there, my family. But at the end of the day, man, all this is futile, man.
Yep.
Because now I can't really fix my defense the way I want to fix my defense.
Yep.
I can't really make the overhaul of my defense like I want to. I think if you bring back Jordan Lewis, you bring back Chidobe, that was the first time they played together all year. The first time that whole secondary played together all year. So you kind of got an idea of what they might or could be.
Yeah.
But my problem is I need to go from 9 picks to 12 picks.
Yeah.
Winning these football games don't help me get to 12 picks.
Sure.
Winning these football games keeps me at 9 picks when I want to fix a little bit of everything. So Tony had a great game.
Sure.
He had a great game. I'm waiting for Short Dog to tell me what the price of this brick's going to be because now we're moving from California to Arizona. Now we're moving to Texas.
Right.
So the price that he's going to be giving me the right amount that's going to be on this brick.
Yeah.
And I knew they would find some goofy way to make this less interesting than they needed to be.
Yeah.
Because now our storyline is now we can win with Andy. We don't need Rain, and we can get rid of Zeke as well and save $70 million to try to fix this defense. It's just goofy ass storylines like that. Yeah. They're gonna piss me off for the rest of the season instead of us looking at these nice picks. But hey man, it's a victory. Cowboys dub.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never been so disenchanted by wins now because of the way they handling this thing, man.
Yeah.
So if Ford was signed, then I could be looking at okay, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
But to have Bradley and Nine get snaps, Dorrance Armstrong get snaps.
Sure.
Guys who I don't expect to be here next year outside of the secondary, man. These jokers know how to mess up as back in the old days, or back when we say Uncle Charlie gonna give me a great analogy on it. These jokers sure enough know how to mess up a wedge ring.
Well, set it up, Chris.
But I know Uncle Charlie got a great story, some pearls to drop on that one. I know he is.
Listen, man. For everybody listening right now, set it up, Chris. Texted me last week after Uncle Charlie win. He said, "You know what? I don't think Charlie gonna ever run out of stories." I'm like, "Hell no, Uncle Charlie never gonna run. There's always gonna be some. He gonna call. Look, he calls in the 3 shows, and he always got something different to say, and he never recycles. I just want to see how long it's gonna go. Go ahead.
I mean, everything's fire. Everything is dripping with knowledge.
Yep.
You come out and listen to Uncle Charlie stories like contemplating things in life. Like, damn,
yep.
I ain't never thought about it that way.
Sure.
But hey, man, it's all good. Listen, man. Yeah, man, I'm gonna listen to the rest of the show, man. Get my boy Short Dog on. I know, $100,000. Yeah, hyped today.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's gonna be hyped today.
Yeah.
But hey, man, love the show, man. Love the family, man. Let's go to work, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Set it off. Chris says, set it off. Chris say, hey, man, look, it's a win. And whatever draft we end up drafting, going to fix the defense. But, boy, right brick on my brick was going to fix the shit out of it. You know what I mean? So that's just, hey. Hey. Fixing the shit out of it is always better than regular fixing it, but it is what it is. We got Uncle Charlie up next. We got 100 Grand. We got Short Dog. We got Jess. We got nothing but privileged people, man. So we just gonna get Uncle Charlie up next, man. That's just how we boogie, man. Uncle, what's happening, man?
What's up, nephew? What's happening, Cowboy Nation?
Everything, man. We look good in a certain spot. You know what I mean? Just trying to make sense of it all. You know.
Yeah, well, you know what, Cowboy Nation? You know what, nephew?
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. The Cowboys don't mess us up so bad. I was more excited than losing.
Yeah.
I don't even get it. It's a crazy situation. You got to quit saying, hey, let me tell you something, Cowboy Nation. You got to quit saying these players are trash. At some point, it ain't the players no more. It's the scheme. It's clearly we can score 41 points to 40 points a game.
Sure.
But it's also clear that we can give up the same amount of points. It ain't the player. It's the scheme.
Right.
It's the coach.
Right.
This is what it is, bro. So I want to ask you real quick, because I know you got part game. You know, forget about this win today, because this is going to work out the way it's going to work out anyway. I want to know who is your first round pick, and then I'm going to get my close.
I don't know who my first round pick is on because it's so tight this year, you know? Like one move can make everything so different because we know the players at the top of the draft, but it depends on how many teams need quarterback that's at the top of the draft. You see what I'm saying? So let me just look at Tankathon right now, right? So once upon a time, Cowboys was at 4, and it was like Carolina, then it was like Atlanta or something. You know what I mean? So that's prime trade up with Dallas territory. Now we sitting at 9. Ain't nobody gonna trade up to 9. But now you got a Teddy Bridgewater team at 4 that may take quarterback. There's a Matt Ryan led team that may or may not. Then you got the Dolphins at 6. So you don't really know what's gonna happen until the lineup is set. Now when we get to week 17, as soon as that over, I can give you a good idea about what's gonna happen. But as of now, I have no clue on. It's still up in the air. It's still right brick on my brick, but it ain't the day.
Well, you know what, nephew? You know my 100% right. So I'm going to wait on your draft board, and I understand that you do a lot of, a couple of mock drafts. So I get that. But Cowboy Nation wants you to understand, let's not be like Sweet Willie. Sweet Willie called me the other week there at night and said, hey, man, I'm in the trunk. I said, in the trunk? What you doing in the trunk? Man, I forgot to go get my wife some heat. I said, man, every time that woman get up her mouth flowers, I said, look, man, what you want to do? Call a locksmith. Call a locksmith. I said, man, just imagine that. Calling the locksmith and telling him that your wife is 450 pounds, don't lock you in the trunk. I said, man, do you got a crowbar? He said, no, I don't see it. I said, she probably ate that. Now, in closing, Cowboy brother, this is just for the Cowboy brother.
Right.
Let your wife go and your girlfriend go do shoe shopping. Don't go with her, because I went with my wife, and I was in that car for almost 3 hours talking to myself. Man, what's up? Man, I don't know. She ended up getting there to get some shoes. How long she been in there? 3 hours. Talking to myself, man, and all of a sudden she come back. I said, man, what's going on? Man, I just want to get these shoes. I said, 3 hours? I said, what size is it? They fold. I said, you wear 6. 2 weeks later, she walked around, my feet hurt. She took her shoes off, toes all up in the air like a leprechaun, said, where's me go? And you know my policy, Voch. She said, I need a massage. And what I don't do.
You gonna do it? You gonna do it? But listen,
do what?
But listen, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, though. Let me ask you a question. Because you got all the wisdom in the world. What if your wife and your girlfriend get along, though? What if they best friends?
Say again,
What if your wife and your girlfriend get along? Like what if they get along and they good friends and they both like you? Then what?
I still don't do talking. I don't do talking.
You don't do talking. Basically saying,
look,
basically saying, have a stance and don't move from it. I feel you. Uncle refuse. Uncle refuse. Appreciate you, mate. Let me get Uncle out here. I don't know how this even happened. All right, cool. Let's get a Short Dog up in here. Then we're gonna get 100 grand up in here. And we're going to keep moving down the line. What's up, Short Dog?
Yeah, Voch. Bro, look, earlier I drove out. I was listening to you, bro, because I mess with you heavy, dog. You know, like heavy. We're your gang, bro. When I call you gang, you know, bro, I'm ready to do anything for you. I've gone against the hood, put guys on notice. You know what it is, bro. But
100%.
first of all, when you were talking about it earlier, you're like, you know, I'm going to tell you guys, Zeke's going to play. I mean, Pollard's going to be very good for us, and one of his runs is going to be probably 40 yards. Don't be surprised. That's what you said in the pregame. My boy Voch calling it out, and that's the thing. Yeah. When I'm a big Zeke guy, I'm a big Cowboy guy. I used to argue with guys all the time. They used to bring up McCaffrey. They used to bring up Kamara, and we used to get into arguments, and they used to show me, look, yeah, your boy's rushing for 110, 120, or whatever, but my guy's running for 95. Boy, he's got 80 on the air, and I just had to shut up because it's just the truth. You know what I mean? You just have so much more value. And the boy Pollard's the dog, bro. He's been having to eat with a bunch of wolves all around him. So, like, that's the first thing I feel you with that, bro. But my whole deal, dog, on all this other stuff is, you know, the thing about winning, Voch, is winning for your boy, the coach. He's put us in a bad spot every single game. Biadasz has been healthy. I don't know why they're not playing him. Right. Trayvon didn't get all the snaps. Gregory not getting snaps. All that stuff just bugged me. But if our team's so talented, we're gonna win. I'll take it. But no, we're getting out coached, bro. You know, San Francisco, they understand the pick. Cincinnati understand the pick. They just let these idiots McCaffrey take that shine. So, like, right now, I'm going to give you guys the status of the brick, bro. We should have had the third brick, bro. We should have been third in line to the kingdom. But right now, we're going to have some people touching it, so many people messing with it, doing stuff that we can't see. You know, there's going to be trades and stuff, and we got to sit back because it's not all right. Because Coach McCarthy went up there and messed up the whole game for everybody, bro. Now all of us are going to have a cold Christmas, dog. So, like, at the end of the day, Voch, I'll take the W because I mess with Lamb and all my guys, bro. But put Biadasz out there. I need to see him, bro. I need to see what's going on this year. If we win with that, but to see Dalton out there, he's got to be about the worst guy. I feel bad for Cincinnati, and I want to give A.J. Green, I want to give him a free pass, too, for him being so good under that dude, bro. The first time he feels pressure, that guy can't stay off two reads. He's one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen in my life. If he was my real quarterback, bro, I probably might have hung myself. Yeah. I'm glad that I got Dak Prescott. Yeah. But this is it in closing, because I know I can't take too much of your time. But, bro, talking about gang, look at, I mess with you heavy, dog. I hear about everybody. Right. $100,000, bro. He sounds like he's from New York, dog. And you know what? I get down with those boys from New York. You know, my boy Vaughn from Shreveport, that's my guy. Set it off, Chris, bro. You know, Dallas, that's in my blood, dog. It's sticking me, bro. But you know what? I got love for you guys and this whole community and the fact you guys support Voch, and I feel you guys and your energy with Cowboy fans. I take this serious, dog. And it ain't delirious, and we'll take full heads off for it, bro. I'm telling you, I stand behind it. But for Voch, anything he says, I go, bro. I got love for you, Voch. Let him know.
Yo, man, Short Dog said it best, man. This community here. I'm a sucker for a good community. You know what I mean? I'm a sucker for a good community. You know? If you got a garden and I got a rifle, I bring the meat to the table. You bring the vegetables. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see this. That's how my mind built, you know? I'm a sucker for a good community, you know? Shouts out to Short Dog, though. Hey, I heard what he said, man. Short Dog said we gave up one of the bricks. Now everybody in the kingdom, they all coming down. They all putting hands on the bricks, touching it, putting their little dirty fingerprints on it. We messed that up. Hey, you right, Short Dog? You right? Short Dog ain't lying yet. You can't get too many fingerprints on it. 100 grand, you from New York? Where you from?
Listen, dog, I'm from Jersey, man. Jersey stands up. Not New York.
That's the same.
Jersey,
that's the same shit.
Jersey, you heard?
Same shit.
Yeah, I'm across the water. I'm across the bridge.
New York. Look.
Across the bridge.
New York, Jersey, and Philly, all the same thing. But go ahead, my guy.
Tri-state area, man. Tri-state area is what they call it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But listen, man. We did our thing today, baby. Cowboys Nation. Listen, man, pull out the 1942, man, and let's get right tonight, you heard? Mm-hmm. Let's go. You know what I mean? For y'all that don't drink, you feel me, get your glass of water like Voch and, you know, drink it back. But, you feel me, it was a good game. Tony Pollard did his thing, which he should. Listen, Tony Pollard playing because he knows he won a contract.
Yes, sir.
So you think that boy going to lay down? No, he's going to show what he can do. These boys want to get paid at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. You think they're going to sit back and say, nah, man, I'm a tank, man. No, a lot of them ain't even going to be here, so they plan for that contract.
Right.
Straight up.
Right.
Straight up, you know. Come on, NFL's a cutthroat business. Mm-hmm. Look at Carson Wentz. He's like, listen, man, y'all ain't going to start me. I want out.
Pretty much.
Y'all not going to start me. I want out. Straight up.
You know, it's crazy, man. I laughed at that so hard, bro. Like, look. Hey, Peter's $100 grand. You know what I equate that to? You ever been watching a DB cover a receiver and the DB tackle the receiver and they call pass interference and the damn DB get up like, what are you doing? Like, you just tackled the dude, right? That's the same thing with Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is behooved that he got benched. He can't believe that he's on the bench. Like, look at what you've been doing for the past 2 years, Blake.
Exactly. And the thing is, all y'all Eagles content creators trying to spin it. Oh, he's supposed to feel this way. Oh, that's wrong for what the Eagles did to him. What y'all supposed to do when y'all paying this man $180-something million? Right. Talking about how y'all not put nobody around him. When you pay a man that money, y'all can't. Y'all went from, Carson Wentz playing with third and fourth string people winning divisions. Oh, he the man. To, we can't put nothing around him. That's wrong for how the Eagles treated him. Y'all can't have it both ways. Right. Get out of here. I ain't going to let y'all rock with that. I ain't going to let y'all rock with that. Right. A year ago, the year before that, it was Carson Wentz can make anybody better. Now y'all mad because he can't do it no more. He trash. Get the hell out of here with that shit, man. Hell no. Hell no. Dak this. He's way better than Dak. Look at Dak had, the best supporting cast. Carson Wentz was doing it with nobody. What's up with this year, baby? What's up?
Just say you talking about Brunson and Philly 500. Just say you talking about Brunson and Philly 500. We know who you talking about.
Yeah. We say names. I ain't gonna say no names because you tell me don't say no names on your show. Because you know me. Normally I would say names. I don't give a fuck.
Well, we don't say names in the Cowboy community because we family. But the difference is Brunson got smoked on this channel already before. So I mean that's all good. Plus the whooping of Brunson is aging like fine wine because the more this shit goes on, the more I just got the W off of him. So it just is what it is. But yeah, I mean Carson got worse, man. Carson got worse over time, and it is what it is. They gotta live with that.
And Carson, come on, man. All that Dak talk, come on, man. Dak is the man. Dak is the man. I'm telling you right now. Watch next year. Listen, when we get rid of our defensive coordinator, because, we won Cowboys Nation, but they still put up damn near close to 500 yards on our goddamn defense. I don't understand. I don't get that shit.
Sure.
500 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Yep.
We got turnovers and everything, and they still put up like 500 yards.
Yes, sir.
If Dak was playing, we would have had about 80 points.
Oh, God.
It wouldn't have been no 500 yards. It wouldn't have been no 500 yards because we would have had about 80 points.
Sure.
Period. Point blank, period, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
100%,
and everybody's talking about, our draft is all messed up. Listen, we got Will McClay. Listen, if we didn't have Will McClay doing the draft, I would be worried.
Right.
We picked 19 before. Who did we get? CD showed off the gate. Big did it same the gate.
Yep.
Come on, man. Tony did it. Come on, the picks ain't a problem. We can find picks. Nothing. It's like you said. It's the scheme.
Mm-hmm.
It's the scheme. I'm not worried about the offense. Come on, clap it up for Kevin Moore, man.
Right. They tried. I don't
clap it up for Kevin Moore.
You know, it is still Cowboy fans talking about we need an offense coordinator.
Stupid. They dumb.
Talking about we still need an offense like our defense ain't 32s across the board.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't understand, sir. I don't get it.
If our defense was in the 20s, we would have had this division wrapped up already. Come on, man. With Andy Dalton as the quarterback.
Now relax, man. Andy Dalton, now relax.
It's just a good weekend for. I'm just saying. It's just been a good weekend for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Alabama.
Yeah. Alabama.
All right, $100 grand. I gotta get you up out of here, man. I gotta hang up on you. I appreciate you, man. You hold it down. Be safe down the streets, man.
Hold on. All y'all Clemson niggas that want smoke, get the fuck out of here. Clemson, we on your ass. Period. Y'all know what it is.
All right, we gonna get
Roll Tide.
I ain't gonna get how he from Jersey, but he like Alabama. I'm gonna get him up out of here. How you from Jersey? How you from Jersey rooting for Alabama? You remember on Coming to America, they just took the globe and spun it and put their finger and stopped and said, Queens. That's how you picked this team. That's crazy. Let's get Jess on the phone. Let me grab my knob. What's up, Jess? Jess? All right, Jess must be at church, man. Jess must be at church or something. I don't know. We're gonna move on and come back. We got the Lunatic. Then we're gonna go to Wise Tone. Then we're gonna go Jake the Great. The Lunatic. What's happening, man?
Lodge, Cowboys Nation.
Christmas
week starts off.
Go ahead.
Christmas week starts off better with a Cowboys win, especially against the hated 49ers.
Agreed, 100%, sir. That's what. And you know what though, Lunatic. Old men like you can really get that nostalgia feel beating up on the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us young fans, we don't really have a tie into hating the 49ers like that. But you got a good little disdain for them. So I know a W against 49ers is always good for you, sir.
Oh yes, they kept us away from Super Bowls, and we returned the favor to them.
100%. Mm-hmm.
That's one of those. And as far as Zeke, he has a no-trade clause for this year.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to be traded. He can say, nope, I'm not going there. You can't do anything about it.
Yep.
Now, asking him for a little less, that's a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about evolution of a player. Zeke may not be the same, but you still need a hammer. Remember Marion Barber?
Right.
This NFL is about having weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Keep both of them in there. Keep Pollard. Get Zeke in there for those tough yards in case. I'm not sure Pollard can get those.
Sure.
But I do trust Zeke, and let's see what he can do.
See, Lunatic,
next year.
Lunatic, my whole thing is I just don't want Tony Pollard to ever have another game where he only got 3 opportunities. You see what I mean? My whole point today and last week also is this proves that like don't bench Zeke. You can't bench Zeke because he's here. Zeke got his money. He's here. You might as well use him. But Tony at least needs 12 opportunities every game is what I'm saying.
Exactly. That's where McCarthy needs to sit down with his star players, have that communication, and know this is where we stand. This is where we stand, and this is what we're going to do.
Sure.
You're here for 1 year, one more year. After that, the Cowboys can make a decision on him, on Cooper, based on their contract and that cap hit. So just roll with them and let them know what their role is and use them smarter.
Right.
We saw what Tony Pollard can do. Kansas City is showing if you have weapons, you can win every game. We just need to improve the defense. See how we dropped down to 9th. Doesn't mean we can't trade down again. Even if we go down all the way to 19th, we can still trade down. Pick the best player available. That the last draft proved. We got it. We got a good draft.
Sure.
We can repeat a good draft. We are okay on salary cap. Not like the She-Gals.
Right.
So it's still doable. It's still fixable. But you still got to do everything. Everything in the draft is potential.
Right.
Your coaches have to produce and change that into production on the field. So I ain't upset. One thing about building a culture is when you're up against the wall, when you know, because this was an elimination game.
Sure.
San Francisco, the defending NFC champions, lose and Arizona wins, they're out of the playoffs. They're another footnote. We lose, we're out of anything.
Right.
We won at home. That proves something to you as a player.
Sure.
As fans, you can look back and say, hey, we battled it out. No matter, even if it is just a 7-9 or a 6-10, we still have a better outlook going into the offseason saying, hey, a little tweak here, couple of balls that bounce our way during the season, and we're still in it.
Right.
I like that better than, let's lose all we can.
Right.
That can be contagious. I never like that. Play hard and let let it fall down the way it comes, but at least you know you gave it your best, and you can see that you can build off something. That's how you instill a winning culture.
Right.
Even though the damn owner gets in your way.
Oh. I feel you,
So,
brother.
Voch,
I feel you, brother.
we got the 40 whiners. Now we're up to she-gals. And don't you think they're going to say, oh, we'd love to play the goddamn team to knock us out. So I just want, hey, we kicked your ass.
Yeah.
You didn't win the division. We got them at home. So let's play hard and let's see where the chips fall, where they may. But let's play hard. Let's get another tough win. Yes, does our defense, it's playing better. You never know what this NFL is.
Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate you. Hey, look, Lunatic.
Appreciate it. You have a great Christmas week. Tell your friends and your family you love them because we only have today. You never know about tomorrow.
Likewise, sir. Likewise, sir. Wise words from you. Wise words. Lunatic is
and
definitely go Cow. Look, Lunatic is definitely win by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? But it's still right brick on my brick. You know what I'm saying? It's still right. It's still. Let me just update y'all on something before we get into the next call, man. I've been having 3 stressful fights in fantasy football, bro. I'm in this 2 quarterback league, and I'm playing against a dude that got Pat Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, and Aaron Rodgers, and Adams. You know what I'm saying? Devontae Adams. And I just been hanging in there. I just been hanging in there with this fight, and I'm up 62. I'm up 62 points. Okay, I'm up 62 points. But he got Pat and Tyreek Hill. Then he got Higgins, and he got the Pittsburgh defense. If I can hold out, I'm going to be a 3-time Super Bowl appearance fantasy football player this year. Then in the Cowboys fantasy league, I'm playing Space Cowboy right now. I'm up like, what's it, like 23? I can't count. I'm up like, it was like 13 points. Yeah, 23. I'm up 23 points. And Cam Akers letting him down. Cam Akers letting everybody down. But Clyde is equally letting me down. But I knew Clyde was going to be terrible. But it is what it is. But me and Space Cowboy in a damn fight for the YouTube fantasy football joint. So I just wanted to update y'all on that. I know there's a lot of y'all that was interested in my fantasy football endeavor. So that's y'all's update. Jess.
Hey.
Now, I don't want you to get on here fussing because you talked up all your anytime.
No, not at all.
Because you talked all your anytime minutes up on your Obama phone. But
no, this not my mama's phone. I don't know why my phone hung up. I don't know.
Okay then, Jess.
That's why I called the company last week and told them I was having phone problems.
Right.
But anyway,
go ahead,
I'll see you all today.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
And all those haters say in your face. And y'all negative talking about tank. Ain't nobody tanking. This is still football season. People want to play. People want to win. Don't nobody want to lose.
What?
So you want to grow up and be a loser all your life? Is that what y'all saying? Because our boys are losers. They're winners. So get over it. And Zeke is hurt. Zeke should have been out. When Zeke hit that guy, as I said before, and they've been using Zeke to block and tackle people, he is a receiver. He shouldn't have to be out there blocking for his other teammates. That is what we got offensive players for. Right. So you sitting there talking about get rid of this man. This man is injured. Have you ever had a groin injury? I done had some pull in my leg somewhere. Yeah. I'm not a man. I'm a woman. But I done had a pull in my leg. And I don't know how that groin, is that how that groin injury feel? I don't know.
Nah, groin.
But last night.
See, just I think women can get groin injuries too. It ain't the actual thing. It's the part inside your leg. It's that little muscle inside your leg.
That muscle in your leg. You pull the muscle in your leg. Yeah. And some muscles can get torn that way. Right. So y'all need to try to lay off of that. And I'm proud of TP. I wanted to see TP get out there, bosses. They need to utilize our players better. We have too much talent on our team for them not to utilize them right. Mix them up. Play them all at the same time. Throw off the people. But Andy Dawson gave Cooper away. That man gonna get our players killed and hurt. Yeah. He always give them away. Right. And that's how they grab Cooper and pull them down at the 10-yard line when Lamb had just got us the first down. Oh. But anyway, he been playing kind of sorry like the days or whatever. But defense been balling. I don't know if it's because old boy said he lose his job, he trying to do something to keep his job, or what. But like I said, that's the defense I saw today is like the defense I saw in 2016. I don't care what you say. Tank was out there balling, and I wish they would stop pulling Randy Gregory out and let the boy play. What is wrong with them?
What's wrong with them? Right.
As long as Randy is out there helping Tank, we can get somewhere, and that's how we get the pick. Oh, we was getting too many picks for them, so they want to try to mess up, throw our boys off or whatever. Every time our boys play defense playing good, that ain't gonna go to test room without the defense. We need coaches that gonna let these boys ball, man. Quit pulling them out. Let them ball. That's what we here for. That's how we can. That if we had had all of this power, it's months ago, games ago, it would been better. And like you said, though, they need to play like this when Dak here as well. Well, a lot of them was kind of sort of, but anyway, they need to do a lot better when Dak come back. They need to get on fire and get the going, get the rolling. But I am so glad we won today.
Yeah. 100%, Jess. I agree. 100%. You know, wins feel good, and we should definitely try to win games and not lose games because we not losers. You know what I'm saying? But look, Jess, this was a great call. I got callers. You know what I mean? Thank you so much. All right.
Yeah. Have a great day.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We don't like losers. We mad as hell. We won today. Boy, y'all know I was trying to tank. Boy, y'all. I wanted all the draft picks. I wanted them all. Let's boogie. Here's what it is. Let's get Wise Tone up next. Jake the Great on deck. Then AJ, the camera technology guy, in the hole. Wise Tone, what's cracking, brother?
Man, I can't call it about what's happening, man.
Coolin', my guy. What you got for the show?
Yeah, man, just want to say, man, salute to the nation, man. We got this dub today, man. War call for the show, man. I'm feeling good. I'm come off feeling good, but just want to say, man, take everything in stride, man. It's a week at a time, you know. Get this dub. We a game out of first. So, you know, you just gotta let the thing play out. You feel me? You can't really look too much in the future and try to say, oh, let's do this and do that, because right now, like they said, like everybody been saying, man, these young kids, they playing and they want this experience, like Gallimore. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He out there. You feel me? And I can't wait to see him next year with Tristan. You feel me? And let them boys get another shot at it, because I feel like they growing. We definitely still got to get better at linebacker, bro. I'm still kind of like, man, what happened to my nigga Jalen, man? Jalen is crazy, man. He should be playing better. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Take the dub, you feel me? We gonna take it in stride. Hopefully we get these other two, sneak into the playoffs and see what's happening. But you know, TP had a hell of a game. I like his stuff, but don't just forget about Zeke and put Zeke on the bench and trade Zeke and all this other type of stuff, man. Keep TP, keep Zeke, let them boys do their thing, and man, get number 4 back. You know what I mean? And let's swing again at this mug, man, for real.
There you go, 100%, man. You ain't never told no lie. That's all you got, Wise Tone?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna keep it light today, man. We just big chilling, man. I want to get in on the early call, man. That's all I really got. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We just gonna keep it lit and see if we can sneak into this Plisney off. You feel me?
100%. Hey, appreciate you, man. Great call.
All right, man. In a minute.
Yes, sir. That's definitely a gentleman from the West Coast. That's definitely a gentleman from the West Coast. Appreciate you, Wise Tone. Let's get Jake the Great up here. What's up, Jake?
What's happening, Voch?
Coolin', my guy. What you got for the show?
Can you hear me good? You know I'm in the spaceship, dog. I want to make sure the sound right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sound like you hanging outside the window, but we can hear you, though, player. Go ahead.
Hey, remember last week I was in California. I called you. I told you, these brick on my brick, man. I don't know, man. This shit looks stepped on. You might have to bring it back.
Yeah.
You might have to bring it back, dog.
Yeah.
And it looks like we might have to bring it back, but I'm not sad, though, man. The reason I ain't sad, though, is because people like you. You know what I'm saying? You helped me able to evaluate this team with a different pair of eyes. Because if you look at it, we got all backup linemen in there, and pretty much Andy Dalton was clean.
Yeah.
So now you got to think about it. There goes your offensive lineman depth. Maybe dropping the offensive lineman ain't that important. And now we flip over to the defense. I was juggling, is it scheme or are these players really that trash? And after what I've seen today, it's definitely scheme. That one, that defense got to be worried by Jerry Jones for even thinking of switching to a 3-4 in the middle of COVID. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about the linebackers, right?
Yeah.
In a 4-3, you just got two gap responsibility.
Right.
But now when you got the 3-4, you got more than just those two gaps because you got one nose tackle. You know what I'm saying? And you just too many gaps. And I think that's the whole reason why the defense is failing so much. And my 2 cents on Tony Pollard and Zeke, I love Tony Pollard. Your cousin is amazing.
Yeah.
And also, he's been the same guy he was in college.
Right.
In college, Darrell Henderson was the main man. And Tony Pollard was that gadget, change of pace guy, you know, that speed dude. You need that in the NFL. I feel like the thing with Zeke, why he's been so trash, is as the offensive line been diminishing, Zeke has just been getting so used to getting hit in the backfield that he's like, man, I just got to hold on this ball and go forward. Hold on the ball and go forward. And I feel like because of that, his vision has been lacking. But the last 2-3 games, his little speed and burst has been picking up because, you know, iron sharpens iron. He don't want Tony Pollard to keep showing him off. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, and one thing I do know, the Cowboys better tighten up, man, because one thing I know, they love to ruin a good thing. Tony Pollard needs to have that Cardell Patterson treatment as far as kick return. I don't care if he's playing starting running back. There's nobody I want back there but Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
Even if it's 9 yards deep in the end zone, Tony Pollard, you have the right to take that ball out because he shows he can do it. Yeah. I don't know why they're playing around letting somebody else.
I said today on my halftime show.
Last thing before, you know what I'm saying? Last thing I say before I ramble on and off, you feel me?
Go ahead.
What do you think our defense is going to be next? You think we're going to stick with this 3-4 or we're going to go back to that 4-3? You know what I'm saying? That's all I got.
I have no clue, man. It depends on if Mike Nolan get fired. If Mike Nolan get fired, then we have no idea. If Nolan get fired and we get a new coach, it could change. If Nolan get fired, but George Edwards just get brought up, you know what I'm saying, like from inside the house, then it could change again. Or he can go back to 4-3 like he's used to coaching. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know, man. It's a lot of just question marks. We just don't know. We have no clue.
What do you think about this though? As far as how you see Gallimore flashing, if not, we had like a 4-3. The only thing with 2 tackles, it would have been a lot better for our linebackers. You know what I'm saying? For keeping people off of them.
Yeah, 100%. That's partially why 4-3 exists, because you get 1 tech and you get 3 tech, and that kind of holds you up. Opposed to 3-4, where you get more athletes and just a big fat dude in the middle, you get multiple big guys up front. They not as big as noses or whatever, but you get multiple big guys up front so that your will linebacker can run free, your middle linebacker clean up Sam stuff, and your Sam linebacker tear shit up. You see what I'm saying? So it just kind of depends.
Right.
Yep, it depends.
Yeah. And before I leave, I was so offended. I want to put my name out there. I used to be anti-Kellen Moore, but I ain't, you know what I'm saying? What do you call it? What the monsters you be calling about? I ain't one of them. I am legend monster to Kellen Moore. He's been improving doing this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I got to give props and props to do. That's it, dog. I'm out of here, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
As Jake the Great, ladies and gentlemen. I said on my halftime show earlier, the one thing that you don't want is to have a job where you get paid more than somebody. And then you go on vacation, you go on leave. And then the person that's coming in to replace you for the short term is doing your job way better than you and he making less money. Nobody wants that. That's probably why Zeke was fighting to stay into, just to be active and to keep playing or whatever. Because that if you keep feeding Tony, it's bound that he's gonna get that big ass run for whatever. So tell you what, man, we just cross that road whenever we get there, man. But Zeke definitely better have his big boy cleats on when he come back. Cause Tony ain't trying to get that job back. AJ, the camera technology guy, what's up, man?
What's up, dude?
Cooler, my guy.
How you want to taste?
Man, the water got a combination of some chopped up strawberries, some lemons, and some alkaline water. So we all good today, player.
I feel it. Mm-hmm. So here's one thing that you won't hear on the 4-letter networks and 3-letter networks and stuff.
Yes.
But this is one thing I like about our win today, because the 49ers, of course, were in the Super Bowl last year. Mm-hmm. But they're making the same excuses as Dallas is making. Mm. They actually said it on the broadcast today. They say they're the team with the most people on IR and missing games. I know Dallas is up there too.
Right.
But they have a lot of players on injured reserve. Mm-hmm. And they're also that's a top 5 defense. Even with missing all their players, they're still a top 5 defense in the league, and we hung 40 on them.
Right.
And that's without Dak Prescott, with with a pathetic offensive line.
Sure.
Still coming up with a game plan to hang 40 on them. So, sure. I mean, you won't hear that from the 4-letter networks and the 3-letter networks and stuff. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But I'm still not encouraged by our defense giving up 500 yards today.
500 yards, 30 some points, 100%, Mr. Wolf. Yeah.
Yeah. So that doesn't necessarily encourage me, but I do like the way that we won. And I've been hearing you and Jeff talk about this. It's just like you can have like a cool little defense, or you can have a great defense.
Sure.
And today we had a kind of a cool little defense. We got the 4 turnovers and stuff. Mm-hmm. And speaking of that defense, I think talking about draft and stuff, people need to stop obsessing over getting a safety, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
People need to stop obsessing over it. Like, hey, you can talk about it, and do we still need one? Yeah, it'd be nice to upgrade, but Wilson out there making plays. Shut up.
Right.
We got a safety on the roster right now that is making the plays that we've been missing at the safety position. Cool your jets. We got a safety. Let's let the draft fall to you and stuff. Stop going out there trying to find the next Earl Thomas or Ed Reed and stuff like that, because they don't grow on trees.
Because they ain't out there. You boy, you damn right.
They ain't in this draft. From what I've seen and what I'm watching from you and Jeff, it's like we don't got one in this draft.
Yeah.
So don't sit here and complain about the fact that the draft class ain't lining up the way you want it to.
Right.
Just let it fall to you.
Right.
And then also love seeing CD get basically just get that ball and just almost kind of like he wanted to give a little shout to Andy Dalton, like, hey dude, you need to get me the ball, because this is what happens if you get the ball in my hands. Because I don't feel it's like Andy just like looks the other way most of the time. I don't know.
I like when these rookie wide receivers hold they terrible quarterbacks accountable. My hotline blinked earlier, and Kirk Cousins missed Justin Jefferson in the end zone, and he got mad at Kirk. He was like, "Come on, Kirk, throw the ball!" But like he cussed with it, like cuss word, Kirk, throw the ball, man. And I'm like, man, I just love when a rookie. This kid was in college football last year, and he's holding this old ass veteran accountable. I just love it. I love it. Same with CD and Andy. But go ahead.
Yeah. Also, one thing, I remember you were talking to some Buster earlier this week, talking about how the Zeke was the center of the team. Not today, he wasn't.
It's just so interesting that today Zeke on the bench, we put up 40-something points when Andy died. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm not saying that the two are, you know what I'm saying, like connected or anything like that, but, you know, interesting. But go ahead.
Exactly. And one thing that's also encouraging about that, you know, when you got guys like Zeke and Pollard on your team.
Yes, sir.
One thing that you can see possibly happening now, and they kind of did this at the beginning of the season, but they had both of them line up in the backfield on some plays, and we got some good gains on some of those things because it's like, well, it's like what do they call that? They had a thing with Marion Barber and Felix Jones back in the day. They called it thunder and lightning, I think is what they called it. Sure. But you got two guys that provide a different dimension. You put them on the field at the same time. It's just like, okay, we're going to hit you with something. You just don't know, ain't going to be able to see what it is, you know, before the play and while you're on the sideline.
Right.
And Cowboys could, you know, potentially, now that they've seen what Tony can do, you know, really spreading them out, being able to line up out wide and do all that stuff. You can even vary your game plans and go into games like, hey, you don't know if we're going to come into this game featuring Zeke or we might come into this game featuring Pollard. Sure. And you're going to need a completely different game plan if we feature one or the other.
We'll see what happens.
Just, you know, more toys to play with.
100%.
And if you do a day after show tomorrow, I may call in because I don't want to take up any more time. But there was something I did call in before when it was you and Jeff. I told you that there was a draft where a player was taken that wasn't necessarily a need, but they took him anyway, and then they ended up trading one of their players at that position later on in the draft for a pick or two. And actually, it was actually the 49ers that did that in 2018 with Mike McGlinchey, their right tackle. They drafted him number 9 overall, and then they traded Trent Brown to the Patriots for a third-round pick later on in that same draft.
All right, then. Hey, look. Great call, AJ. Appreciate you, man. Salute. Yes, sir. Good call. Yo, fam, that last 30 seconds, I didn't know what AJ was talking about.
The conference has been locked.
I didn't know what AJ was talking about. He's yo, Voch, remember I called in? It's another thing, too, but I get a lot of comments. Yo, Voch, remember I told you that this was going to happen? No. I do not remember that you told me anything. It take a special call for me to remember. We're going to get 3 more calls in. I'm going to wrap this thing up. I'm going to go check out the other games or whatever just so I can get acclimated and familiar with those games for when we do, when I got the little Yahoo joint. All that good shit. The Yahoo stuff we got picked up for the playoffs or whatever. So, hey. I got to work for like 5 more weeks. I'll be working with Yahoo all the way up to the Super Bowl or whatever. So, shouts out to them. Shouts out to them holding it down for Voch and the Doski Woski and the Peasky Whiskey. 3 callers. We got Q, Doug, and whoever 314 is. We're going to find out. But let's boogie. What's up, Q?
Hey, Voch, what's going on with you, brother? How you doing, man?
Cooling. Everything. What you got for the show?
Good. Oh, man, that's good. That's what's up, man.
Yes, sir.
One more week, I don't have to listen to these doggone Washington team down here, man. So I'm in D.C., so
there you go.
I'm happy about that. Hey, but the first thing I want to do, man, is I want to rebuttal to you and the our Cowboy fans out there. I said something last week regarding D. Lawrence, man, and the pay didn't fit the thing. So I went back and I looked at some film, man, and I will admit this guy hustles. I see him making tackles 15 yards down the field. So I give him credit for that. He hustles, okay? So to my Cowboy Nation, I apologize. I got beat up in the chat box last week. So
let me just say this, though, Q. Let me just say this. You know what? We need a lot more like you, though, sir. This is great lead. You a grown man, sir. That's some great leadership on your part. I think of a lot more people, if they see something and it looks out of place, they say, you know what, let me look at this one more time. And they walk away with a different perspective. That's growth, man. That's all right. Have your opinion. Don't let your opinion have you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not right about everything. I'm wrong about a lot. But if if more people telling me I'm wrong, then I'm gonna go look at it again. If I still feel that way, at least I went to go look at it again. I appreciate you for that, Q. But go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Well, thanks, man. Mm-hmm. So, hey, great win for us today. I want to talk about D. Wilson, man, Donovan Wilson.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I saw this kid play at A&M, and I know your previous caller said that we don't need to focus our energy on getting a safety. I agree, but you got to get someone else to pair up with him to make that formidable. And I think when you do that,
sure,
that back end gonna be nice. And then a lot of folks are talking about Zeke, man, about Zeke shouldn't be on the team now. Let's cut him. You have to understand in the beginning when they teamed Zeke and Tony up, man, with Dak there, this team was about to go off the charts, man. They was about to put some numbers up before Dak got hurt. And so I think going forward next year, they should still pair that up together, Zeke and Tony, and then you have Dak there. And they're going to put this together, man. It's just, you just watch. They're going to put it together. Defense, we know, hey, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be fixed. And what a lot of folks don't understand, a lot of these players are auditioning for other teams.
Yeah.
And I definitely agree with 100 Grand, man. He said it best on a lot of stuff that he touched on. But if I'm looking at where I would go in the draft, my number one, I think I reiterated this last week, I'm going corner, D tackle, because I think losing Malik Collins, a lot of people don't want to hear that. I think that kind of hurt Dallas as far as D tackle. Sure. And then I'm going linebacker. That's in my order. And then I'm looking at safety. That's where I will attack. And the last thing, boss, everybody quit saying fire Coach McCarthy. You got to understand, this guy didn't have a training camp, okay? So give a man a chance to piece this together. Now, I do think that maybe him and Kellen Moore can come together offensively and figure this out. Now, do I agree with the adjustments on the defensive coordinator side and some other coaches? Yeah, I do agree with that because I agree with I think there's a couple callers back that said, hey, I realized it's the scheme. So I kept saying, is it the players? Is it the scheme? Mm-hmm. And I still feel that, and this is with every team, that there are some players on that defensive side of the ball that are just not very good. And so you have to take that into account. But give the coach a chance to be able to piece this together, potentially have a training camp, and then after next year, if the team if there's still no progress and the same thing keeps repeating itself, then it may be time to make that change.
Fair enough.
And that's all I have today, boss. I appreciate you, man, taking the time out to let me vent, man.
Yes,
Go
sir.
Cowboy Nation.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, last thing, boss.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're gonna be rooting for those Carolina Panthers next week to beat them Skins. So the Skins have the Panthers and they have Philly.
Yeah.
So, but we got to handle our business the last two games. But we're going to be rooting for those Carolina Panthers next week.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I appreciate everything, boss.
Appreciate you.
Man. Take care now.
Yes, sir. Yo, listen. It's so interesting how the clash of two worlds, how people can be so different, but they got the same motivations or whatever. Like, you know, he was like, "Hey, man, we got to be rooting for Carolina next week," and I was like, "Yeah," but he want to root for Carolina so that the Washington team can lose so we can win the division. I'm trying to root for Carolina so they get the hell out of Tankathon. I want my brick back. I want my brick back. Come on, son. Two more calls. We got Doug. We got 314. Then I'm going to talk to the chat box for a little bit, see what y'all talking about. What's up, Doug?
Hey, what's up, Voch, man? It's a long time, man. I met you in person a couple of years ago when you visited Dallas after that Rams loss. You kind of chalkboarded me some stuff out on paper about why Linehan should have been gone by missing Amari. So,
oh, yeah, we was at Mike Fisher's spot, I believe.
Yes, yeah.
Gotcha. 100%.
But man, I got a bone to pick. I am the one that, sir, I missed my brick today, sir. I am upset at my brick.
Yeah.
And I got one question.
Yes, sir.
If Andy Dalton is not going to be our quarterback next year, why is he still playing? do we have our backup situation resolved? What's up with that? I don't get it.
That's fair. I think Andy's playing because he gives us the best chance to win, and for some reason there's somebody. I agree. There's somebody in the front office that want Andy to win. I want Ben to play. Put Ben DiNucci in the game right now so we can figure out what he's gonna be for the future. Because I don't anticipate Andy being here next year. I would even feel better if you let Garrett Gilbert play because he'll probably be around a little. You know what I'm saying? Just a little longer than Andy, but it is what it is, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, we monkeying around with Andy Dawson, and we don't know who our backup quarterback is going to be next year. So we be trying to figure that out. So which is stupid. And then last point, I'll hang it up. Just like everyone else has been talking about, we got our box safety. 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles forced, 2 fumbles recovered, and a sack. We got our box safety for next year. Let's move on down the road.
Fair enough. Let's go find us a free. Appreciate it, Doug. Yeah, man. Donovan making plays, man. Donovan making plays. You know what I'm saying? So, let's keep adding to this young secondary. You know, let's add to this young secondary and keep it youthful, keep it active. Let's see what this last situation is. We got 314 on the phone. Let's see what 314 talking about. What's up, 314?
Hey, Voch, long-time listener, first-time caller here. I had a couple things for you. Tony is a beast. And, man, you called it before the game, that 100 yards rushing, coming in with a 40-yard run, 50 yards receiving. Man, that was – are you psychic? What was that?
I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
The other thing I want to talk about, I agree, like last caller said, Donovan Wilson down in the box, man. I think we're good there. Since we don't have a free safety in the draft, I would like to see us make a trade for Taylor Rapp. I want to watch a little bit more film, but he looked like a good candidate last season, and then they picked up a guy that was just a little bit better this year in the draft. I think we could probably.
Well, see, you know what? This a thing that's most interesting, though, right? Taylor Rapp and Juan Thornhill are rotational kicking game guys now. It's interesting. You know what I mean? Donovan's getting more play time than them. So that's interesting. As far as the draft go, it's a couple of frees, but it ain't no Earl Thomas frees. But I don't think you'll ever find an Earl Thomas free. Or it's gonna be a while before you find them. So I'll take a guy like Morig and pair him up because whatever you do is you just gotta upgrade from Xavier Woods. I think Donovan is an upgrade from Xavier Woods. So then you just gotta make whoever your free safety is better than Darian Thompson. It ain't that hard. It's not that hard to be that. You know what I mean? So that could be somebody in this draft. They just ain't gonna be Earl Thomas.
Yeah, well, and I agree. I hopefully, this is the last time that we're up in the top 10 for quite a while, and you ain't ever going to find an Earl Thomas outside the top 10.
Sure.
Last couple of things. So if we're sitting at 9, do you think we can trade out, or are we stuck at picking a corner or a linebacker?
Man, don't nobody want to trade up to 9, dog. We stuck in there. So unless something crazy happen between. And not even nothing crazy happening. We just get a handful of, moves between now and the end of week 17, then we can work our way into like 5 I think we can work our way back into where we were. Let me pull up Tankathon one time. Houston, Philly, Chargers, Atlanta. That's a lot of spots, man. Damn, that's a lot of spots. I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see what happens. I'll let you know in January. I'll let you know in January. Yeah.
Last thing is with this D getting better. Do you think we'll bring back Mike Nolan for one more year?
Hell no.
I'm kind of. You don't think so?
I don't want to, but go ahead. Tell me why.
And I was not having an off season, knowing that mid season form is a thing, like you always say. And we're playing good. Granted, we've looked good against teams that are banged up and QBs that are trash, but we do look like we're buying into the system a little bit better, and he's making adjustments. But so I'll be curious to see what this team does.
You know what's crazy? Mid-season form is a thing, but our mid-season form, and it was a clear mid-season form, but we still went from the worst defense I've ever seen ever to just the worst defense in the league at the time. So we did get better, but we still horrid. You see what I'm saying? So
definitely by far.
So yeah, Mike Nola got to go, fam.
All right, man. Hey, I appreciate it.
Hey, man, what's your name, bro?
Clayton.
All right, Clayton. Let me put you in platinum, Clayton, so that next time you go into the situation, we'll know it's you. Clay. Damn, hold on. Don't hang up, Clayton. Don't hang up. Set.
Hey, I'm still here.
Clayton. All right, there you go. Now hang up, Clayton. Appreciate you. Good call. Clayton.
Alrighty. Hey, thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Clayton is platinum now. So listen. There's a lot of reasons people can't call into the show, you know? You may be in a crowded shopping mall or something, and you don't want to mess up the audio side. You don't want to mess up the show sonically, you know? So you just listen in and talk in the chat box, you know? You may currently live in Rio de Janeiro or something. Saskatchewan. And the time zone don't add up, and it may be 3 o'clock in the morning, wherever it is that you at. Cool. You may have talked up all your anytime minutes, anytime. You may be talking on the same Obama phone that Jess got, and you just probably can't call in physically. So, whatever reason you couldn't call into the show, but you may have wanted to communicate with the show, now is your time to communicate with the show. Chat box. What are your questions? All right. Let's see. You don't know football, Dak proved. Boy, you don't know football is the that's probably like the most used argument on the internet. Sign Marcus May in free agency. We're releasing consideration. Let's say we have the 10th overall pick. Who do we take? Too soon. Too soon to know. I think by the time the season's over and by the time Senior Bowl happens and by Combine, you know, I really have a good idea. But the same people that's in the conversation at 4 gonna be in the conversation for you at 10. Same thing, you know, except for the guys that's going at 4. You know, there are guys that could go at 4, whether it be a wide receiver, tight end, or offensive lineman. But then there's the guys that on defense that you could take at 4, but you don't feel good about taking them at 4. You can take all those dudes at 10. If they're there, take them. Any young free that we can get in the league? No, because when people get free safeties, they hold on to them. Or at least good free safeties, they hold on to them. Starting to think Fields is quarterback 3. Hasn't looked good in big games. Thoughts? Let me watch the film before I say something egregious about Justin Fields in December, but running game definitely bailed him out. Definitely bailed him out. Yeah, Robinson is free safety. Okay. O-line more or less gone. What are we talking about Tony Romo for? Hey, boy, I look. Hey, we can wrap this thing up and go watch football. Hey, I got a fantasy football. I got 3 fantasy football matches stressing the shit out of me right now. Y'all ain't finna put Tony Romo in the chat box and think that's it. We finna draft 13th and beat Cheeks again next year. Shut up. Dave from New York, what's happening? Coolin'. Do you look for linebacker to solidify the linebacker core? Possibly. How many people we got watching? Do we got 12 people watching live? I'm seeing the same 6 people in here. What's going on? Okay. I see what happened. I see it. But that's still 300 people. Like, and I'm getting the same 5 people arguing about Tony Romo. Brother Robbie, what's happening? Oh, man. Yo, Robbie, enjoy yourself, sir. Enjoy yourself, sir. It is that time of year, man. Put some meat in the freezer, you heard? Put some meat in the freezer, my guy. Enjoy it. I can't wait to get back in the hunting, fam. One day. I think we get Hill with Gallimore next year and be a lot better. I agree. Going once. If you are playing a team, if we are playing a team that zone blocks, why are we running line slants on defense? Am I missing something? I mean, it happens against anybody. It happens. Voch, I got you playing while I clean. Well, appreciate you, brother. Clean that crib up. Clean that crib up. We had 12 and 4 boys in there. Dak shouldn't have been 0-5, but Atlanta gave. He should have been. Well, see, Eric Morgan, here's my argument, sir. If you want to play shoulda, coulda, woulda, then if it wasn't for some BS referee not calling pass interference on Jalen Ramsey, we'd have won the Rams game on that Michael Gallup touchdown. So you ain't just finna shoulda, coulda, woulda Dak Prescott out of a win like that, sir. Dak could have been 3-2. If the defense wasn't terrible, Dak could have been 5-0. I ain't trying to hear that shoulda, coulda, woulda, fam. Aisha say you argue with yourself. That's what I'm saying. Aisha, I see him typing more than anybody. And I'm like, who you fussing with? He's talking to himself. He's talking to himself. Voch, with this team, who do you want coaching ideally? I don't have an ideal coach situation. I don't really watch film on coaches, so shit, whoever good. Whoever good. Why is Cedric Wilson playtime so sporadic? Because he got 3 receivers in front of him? Shit. Going twice? Is that man fighting demons? All right, I'm getting up out of here. All right. So listen, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We're going to see if we can get a day after show tomorrow. Listen to me close. Let me pull up my little goofy-ass calendar app on the cell phone. I'm going to try to get some film out to y'all this week. I'm going to try to get a little video out. Me and Jeff are not going to go live this week. Holidays and such. And I ain't going to do nothing like from Thursday to next Tuesday. I ain't doing nothing. So even the Cowboy game next week, don't anticipate a post-game show. I'll be with my family, as you should. I'll be on vacation. And the key word in vacation is to vacate. Y'all dig me? With that being said, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Love y'all. I love some of y'all. I love like 46 of y'all. I love 46 of y'all. I'm cool with 300 of y'all, but the other 100 can go.